Can I tell you one thing? This is my bone that I had to pick with.
Yeah.
You had Joel Kim Booster
I
on
did.
here a couple months ago. And then you guys were talking about doing a gay view. And he said my name. And this was your reaction. Okay.
Oh my God. Girl.
So explain that. Why wouldn't I be good on the gay view? Are you in makeup?
Yes.
What?
I do a matte. Okay, so I shave morning of, proactive. Still use that. It works. And then I do an oil-free moisturizer. Then I do a mattifying foundation. And then I powder from front to back. This is shellac, honey.
Fuck up. Oh my God.
You couldn't tell?
Y'all didn't even offer a grooming budget for me.
Tell.
With all these Amazon things, you couldn't afford a grooming budget for me, the guest?
No, the biggest compliment for me
This is
is
starting
that
bad.
a gay man didn't notice my full beat.
You look good. Crisp.
Hey, Sam Sanders here. Thanks so much for checking out my show. This week, we get into the Christmas spirit before Thanksgiving because I said so. And I'm joined by the Prince of Christmas, true multi-hyphenate, Matt Rogers. You know him as an actor, stand-up comedian, co-host of the hit podcast Las Culturistas. It's okay. Laugh.
I thought my moment was then.
This is always your moment on this show.
No,
this
but
is your
take
moment.
your intro moment because I know as a podcaster in my own right, the intro moment is huge.
We're going to talk about what you're working on, your Christmas album, your Christmas tour. Matt, welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
So much better now.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy we made it happen.
I know. And honestly, you've grown up.
We'll see, girl.
Literally, we're glowing in the lights.
We are glowing in the lights.
Because podcasts are now a visual medium, and
Can
I've
we
been
just stay
joking
there
about
for a
this
second?
forever.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's just a big change, but we're ready for it. I know you're ready for it.
What can I tell you, though? So my biggest thing is posture. You'll notice this episode, I'm like up at the front of the chair.
You've seen yourself and given yourself a note.
Because as someone who did a bunch of long-form interviews for years, literally from home, I would slouch like a hunchback.
Yeah.
And then I also do the thing where I do this, like,
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm an active listener. Yeah.
But the thing about TV is, like, you have to look unbothered.
Yeah.
Up and just,
You know what's funny, too, is it's like the art of the, like, active listening on an on-camera interview when you were the interviewer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll watch myself, who has literally no journalistic experience, whatever. Somehow I found myself interviewing people. And I am bad at it. I agree with the comments.
I like it.
Well, people are like, oh, he interrupts too much. Because I go, yes.
That's how you show that you care.
Well, exactly. And that's how a conversation happens.
Exactly.
And people are like, he's interrupting. I'm like, okay, no. What you have to remember is I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. I never wanted to be an interviewer, not once in my life. So I'm watching now interviewers who do too much. You really are supposed to Diane Sawyer it and just be like,
right?
While someone else.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, I have uncontrollable hands. I'm like, put out.
I'm one of those.
I hit the mic.
Car wash things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am giving us permission in this moment.
Thank you.
To move as much as we see fit for
this
so conversation.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And if you, during one of my sentences, want to be like, just know I'm not really offended like some people might assume.
There you go. Permission to
Yeah.
Granted.
You can give it you can give a yes. Cut me off if you feel like it.
Give it amen.
Give it amen.
Anything we need. A ho ho ho.
Give it listen. Yes. It's the season, as it were.
Yes. We're going to go deep on your Christmas album and your Christmas tour and some other stuff you're doing. But because I know that you are a keeper of the culture, I wanted to just run through some headlines from this week.
Let's talk about the headlines.
So there are some trending stories in the world of pop culture this week that I cannot make sense of myself. I need some help. Can you just make it make sense to me?
I will make it make sense as best I can.
Yes.
In this world that makes little sense.
Yes.
I'm actually good with chaos, though.
Okay.
So, like, as chaotic as the world is, like, I can kind of, I can usually sort of bullshit my way to why it makes sense. But so I'll do that today.
Okay. We're calling this Make It Make Sense. Our first Make It Make Sense is this new phenomenon of celebrity actor lookalike contests. Have you been seeing this?
Yes,
it's a thing.
They're doing one. They're doing one for Rachel Sennett.
I'm glad it's time for a girl.
Yeah.
It's been the boys for a while.
You know what? Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Any way that people can gather in community nowadays is going to be good.
Okay.
And I think that I'm not going to be the person that's like, hey, stop having fun.
True. They seem
You know
happy.
what I mean? They
seem
seem thrilled.
happy.
They get to dress up and look like Timothy Chalamet.
And
Who
then
wouldn't
Timothy
be happy?
shows up.
Listen.
Not a bad day.
And I know Rachel Sennett's going to show up.
She better. So
She'll
far,
be there.
Oh, yeah.
She'll fly from LA to New York to go to
She's going
Tompkins
to.
Square
Oh, yeah.
to see a bunch of hers.
Yeah.
If I know her.
Yeah. For those who don't know, basically, people of the internet get together and say, all of the young men who look like Timothy Chalamet meet us at this park on this day at this time. They've done it for Timothy Chalamet. He showed up. They did it for Jeremy Allen White in Chicago from The Bear. And a therapist won that competition, which is ironic given his character on The Bear.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Kind of easy to show up and look like Jeremy Allen White.
Especially in Chicago.
Yeah, it's like
That's the city.
a lot of you look like
Yeah.
that kind of white guy.
They had one for Zayn. They had one for Dev Patel. There's going to be one this weekend in Austin for Glenn Powell.
Okay, see, that'll be easy too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, okay, it sounds like a bunch of like people of the same race hanging out. What I would like to see is like Night of 1,000 blanks, because then you can like drag
Everyone
it up.
comes up. Yes.
Because if it's like, oh, we're all showing up looking like Timothy Chalamet, it's like, okay, we all like didn't get a haircut and are skinny.
What you're saying is that you want Halloween costume contest, but celebrity edition.
Just give it something, you know what I mean? Show up as Timothy like in Little Women. Show up as Timothy like in Dune. You know, he's giving you
prompts.
That iconic backless red carpet he did.
Oh, I like that.
Like, make it Halloween.
Yeah. Who else needs a lookalike contest?
You know what? Charlie XCX.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And let
you
me
can
be
also
the first to say
it.
It's a brat summer.
And fall and winter. We're keeping it going. We have to.
Exactly.
We gotta hold on to it. I like that you could do Charlie pretty easily. Like, I would just put a big old wig on.
Because it's fun.
It's fun.
You know what I mean? It's just like
and she won't take it too seriously.
Right. I mean, also it's just with these people, like we've kind of just listed a bunch of people where it's like, yeah, show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeremy Allen White, like what maybe some people put on an apron.
Would a Taylor Swift lookalike contest break the universe?
I mean, they kind of do that at the Eras Tour. I think it would be boring. I honestly think it would be boring because it's just like you see it, you know what she looks like.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm excited for her hiatus?
Say more.
I'm excited for her hiatus because I think that she should go away and like do what happened with Folklore, which is like what's going to happen creatively and artistically in the silence.
There you go.
There's been so much noise.
There you go.
So I don't think we need the lookalike contest.
Okay.
I don't think we need more Taylor right now. And I say that as one of her biggest
You're
fans.
a big fan.
But I also know, and this is why the discourse is so weird, because I'll say that and people will be like, fuck yeah. Like they really will come after you.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that about Taylor Swift, like go away, work with someone different, and it's perceived as an attack.
Exactly.
Like I can't remember a time when pop culture discourse or like innocent discourse about like celebrities or whatever felt like so much weight on it. I think it's because people feel so politically hopeless.
Yes.
And they know that you can't actually have like a dialogue with the other side that like comes naturally. So we turn on each other and have dialogue with each other, and that becomes like nastier.
If I feel like what I think and say and do about politics doesn't work and I have no agency there, where can I exercise agency?
Right. And you can exercise it on like, who's better, Chapel or Sabrina? And then like all of a sudden you're not speaking to your friend of 12 years because they don't like short and sweet as much as you think they should.
Exactly. That said, to close this loop, I will say now, I think it makes sense to me. I believe that these lookalike contests can work because they build community. And because now I want, since you've mentioned her, I want a Chapel Roan lookalike contest.
Yeah.
That'd be the most fun.
See, yeah, I guess, or just to play devil's advocate here, is it an interesting thing to have someone that's a little bit more boring? Not in terms of their personality, in terms of their presentation, just so that you can see like how you become a vibrant version of this thing. Because Chapel Roan is just going to be like
costumes. That
is going to be drag. That's
costumes.
A drag show. That is Halloween. Yeah. That's a drag show.
Yeah.
Whereas I think there's something to these like more average looking or average presenting aesthetically different people, which is like, I think that's why people think it's fun. It's because like everyone's gonna look the same.
Okay, touche.
You know what I mean? It's not like this is my take. As much as I would want that, I think what's so great about this, or why it's popping off, is because it's just like, wow, look at all these people that really look like them.
Yeah.
Listen, continue to gather.
We need that. Community.
Until it becomes like a really problematic person's like lookalike content. And then I'm like, okay, no, I don't need this.
Next thing I want you to make sense of for me, the much rumored and much delayed Madonna biopic.
I don't think it's ever happening.
Say more.
I don't think it's ever happening. First of all, I don't think we need it. Second of all, like, I don't think we need it the way that she wants it to be, which is she's going to direct it.
Well, this is the thing. So it's in the news this week because she's taken to Instagram to talk about it.
What'd she say?
It's been 4 years now that it's been in the works. And this week on Instagram, she said her producers and agents are asking her to downsize and think smaller.
You don't say.
Can I tell you my theory about biopics?
Sure.
Most of them aren't great, and none of them should involve the principal.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, totally. I agree with you. I think it doesn't allow for any of like the messy good truth.
You want the mess.
Yeah, I do want the mess.
I also think the best kind of biopics aren't just the Wikipedia entry chronology, birth to death. It's you take one moment in time of their lives.
Agree with you.
And zoom in.
Agree with you.
I want a biopic of Madonna that is just like the first 36 hours of erotica coming out.
Yes.
And the drama that ensued.
Yes.
But Madonna will never direct that movie.
No, she wants like a scene which is like a lunch she had with Warren Beatty 2 years before they started dating. She wants like there was a biopic that was like that. Like, oh, you know what I thought was a good one? My Week with Marilyn. Michelle Williams played Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, okay.
And it was literally just like it wasn't a biopic at all. It was just like a glimpse into a week that this guy, younger guy, had with her. And it showed the complexity of her persona versus her actual identity.
Exactly.
And you kind of got, in essence, who she was through that. And not like, this is the moment where I signed my first big contract. It's like not that interesting because that information is so readily available.
Exactly. Well, it's like the Bob Marley biopic did numbers at the box office. Yeah. But I saw the trailer and was like, I've seen the whole movie.
Right.
It just takes you top to tail. Yeah. You see it all.
I felt that way about Bohemian Rhapsody too. Which, and the Rocket Man movie. The Rocket Man movie I thought was better than Bohemian Rhapsody. But yeah, I think it's never a bad idea to just be more artistic and...
Also, don't make your own biopic. I want the unauthorized. Who should play Madonna?
I actually kind of like Julia Garner for it.
That could be cool.
I mean, I think she is doing it, right?
That's the last I heard, but who knows? I feel like it changes all the time.
You know, like we just had Mariah Carey on the show, and
it was great.
I know that there was some talk about like whether or not there was gonna be a biopic version of her memoir, and for a second Lee Daniels was going to be doing it. I don't know where that stands right now, but I think it's going to be a miniseries.
Okay.
Because they're going to tackle the whole thing, and I think that's a better idea than trying to cram someone's entire vast life story into one movie. Like if Madonna wants to do this thing she wants to do where it's very long and she's being encouraged to make it shorter and, you know, for one movie, like, you know, think about a miniseries. Think about like an HBO series.
Think about a 2-parter movie even. I'm just saying Madonna...
like there's all the money in the world to do this.
We'll get a better Madonna movie if Madonna just says, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I would agree.
Anywho, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, make sense of this for me.
Okay.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are back.
Yeah, that makes sense to me in a world where everything is rebooted. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're not rebooting their classic reality show, The Simple Life. They are coming together 20 years after that show premiered to stage an opera based on the nonsense song they would sing in the show.
Wow. Oh, yeah, the Sana Sana or whatever it's called.
How does it? Sana na, sana na.
Yeah.
They're making that an opera in a 3-part Peacock series. Let me tell you something. Nothing about that should work, and I'm like, give it to me. Give it to me.
I'll definitely have it on.
Yeah.
And by have it on, I mean like doing lots of other things. Like even last night I was watching the new episode of Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I was like, Wow. All day I was excited about watching this. I have been in my phone the entire time it's
You know
been
what I
on.
call them?
What?
All the shows that you can be on the phone on while you watch.
Yeah.
They're Zillow shows.
Zillow shows.
You watch them while you're on Zillow
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at houses
yeah.
you can't afford.
Exactly. No, I like that. I'm actually trying to look soon, so maybe this would be good.
Yeah. Although I will say, I don't think the Paris Nicole thing will be a Zillow show like I'll watch because I remember loving their comedic timing. They're actually quite funny.
No, they were great,
actually
especially
quite funny.
Nicole.
Nicole's funny.
Nicole's good in like the scripted stuff. that
Yeah,
done.
she's
Have
doing
you ever
stuff.
seen? She was in that show Great News.
Yes.
She was
yes,
good.
Yeah. What else from that era, 04, 05 era, needs if not a reboot, a revisit?
The term metrosexual. I think we should go back. I think gay men should say they're straight again, but remain stylish. I
Yeah.
think that's good. I think we should go back to being more shamed. I think call ourselves metrosexuals. Put the spike in the hair, get the flat iron out, gentlemen. Let's get Clay Aiken to the top of the charts. Ryan Seacrest, more jobs. I want to exist in a world where I shop only at American Eagle for my jeans again. Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, ever smelt it?
Wow.
Get a load of this.
I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
not wearing it right now, but I could be.
You could be.
If we
You
brought
could
back
be.
the metrosexual.
I don't want to bring back metrosexual because it was
Well,
giving too
you
many.
asked.
It was giving too many easy compliments to straight men who tried, like a
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
man who showers every day. I'm a
But
metrosexual. No, you're just hygienic.
But they were not straight. They were not straight. It's like, who was saying they were metrosexual? Clay Aiken. I guess they tried it with Adam Lambert.
Oh.
Once Adam Lambert came on the scene, they were like, metrosexual's over.
Yeah.
Like, not this man slinking down a
Yeah,
staircase
yeah.
in white jeans singing
Details
Feel Good.
magazine was very metrosexual.
100%. Like anytime, like Justin Timberlake, like laying in the dirt and like you know what
Abs
I'm saying?
exposed.
Just like,
Metrosexual.
I know you are sexually not gay, but like, come on, like,
Yeah. Who's the audience here?
exactly.
Who's
And
the audience here?
It did embolden straight men to seem gay in a way that was just confusing.
Yeah. I want to bring back from 04, that whole era. I miss the days when everybody had to have their Old Navy flag T-shirt for the 4th of July.
That's
Small
really good.
things.
And you know what would come back alongside that
Yeah.
are the Old Navy commercials.
They were fun.
Like
Community.
Yes. Remember Old Navy Performance Fleece?
Yes.
Old Navy.
All of it.
Old Navy. Yeah, so good.
All of it.
I want that type of culture again.
Done.
You know, we're just talking about like the Bush era.
Yo. Dare I say a simpler time? Oh my God, we gotta move on.
Remember
We gotta
hating
move
the Cheneys? Everyone kind of stopped doing that. Because we should be hating the Cheneys.
One more thing
Sure.
I want to make sense of.
Okay.
Live events on Netflix. Last weekend, there was a Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight on Netflix live. Netflix just announced on Christmas Day, Beyonce will do an NFL halftime show for a Texans-Ravens game in Houston.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
To keep doing that because they have yet to do it without glitches. There were massive buffering issues for the Tyson fight.
Yeah, I heard about this. I couldn't
Yeah.
have been less interested in watching a fight, especially between like, was it Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Yeah, and Mike's up there now.
And
Mike
Jake Paul
lost.
kicked his ass.
It was like 6 or 8 rounds. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch Mike get beat up like that, but Mike lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, unfortunate to hear about the buffering. That's when you really remember that streaming. See, streaming for people like our age back in the day meant issues.
Oh, yeah. The little
Like-
dial with the percentages and the weighting.
Yes. So part of me is kind of like, okay,
Let them suffer.
bring it back.
Bring it
back buffering as a term we have to know.
We got to deal with this.
Yeah.
It's like for a while, people forgot that like ads existed because all the streamers were like, no ads. No, you deal with ads.
Yeah.
Deal with ads. Deal with buffering.
Yeah.
It happens. Although, the one thing I never want to be buffering is a live Beyonce performance.
I know, that's rough.
That's gonna be the
really
hard
rough.
part.
I will say it's probably because of her deal with Netflix, right? I
Oh,
would
yeah.
imagine. Like
Although
that's-
she ends up with deals with all of them, which
well,
is good for her.
She definitely owes Netflix like a couple movies, I think.
Okay.
I think she signed a three picture deal. For some
Oh.
reason, Renaissance is not one of those things. I don't know. But there was The Homecoming,
Yes.
and now I'm guessing this
This is
has
the
something to
second
do with
thing.
it.
Okay, I get that.
But my thing is like, I mean, at least then we know where this Beyonce performance is going to be, and it'll be on Netflix, and it will be a Beyonce long form performance we have access to. which you can't say about
Oh.
any other
That is
visual
true.
stuff
That
from her.
because you can't
You
watch
can't
the
even
Renaissance
watch-
movie.
You can't even watch Lemonade. Where would you
Oh
watch it?
snap!
Where would you? I hope
Release
you,
the
I hope
tapes, Beyonce.
Girl, I hope you bought the self-titled music video release on iTunes back in the day. You can't watch it on television. Where would you stream it? You can stream anything, anywhere, except for two things. Anything Beyonce visually has ever done, Where Is Life Is But a Dream, or Spice World. You cannot find it. You cannot. What, you want to watch Spice World?
Everybody
You can't.
wants to watch Spice World.
You can't.
Also, now you're telling me it's not that Beyonce won't release new visuals. She's hiding the old visuals.
Where are they? Where are they? Where are the visuals from the defining visual pop star of our time? Where are they?
Beyonce, don't let me down with this Netflix.
Well, she's
halftime
coming
show.
to Netflix.
She's coming to
and
Netflix.
you have to hope that it will remain on Netflix because, like you said, there's probably going to be buffering issues.
Oh, there's for sure.
And then by the time like they figure that out and it can be uploaded, let's just hope they upload it.
All right, so Beyonce on Netflix does make sense.
I think it makes sense. I think whether it will be a good experience, we've yet to see because of the buffering. But I mean, I'm excited she's doing it. I'm excited we're gonna have Cowboy Carter performed live finally.
If she does Cowboy Carter, I guess she has to do Texas Hold'em. She's gonna be in Houston.
Well, look how they announced it. She was fully in her.
Oh, she was full.
She was
out.
in her Cowboy Carter.
Okay.
Geesh. Like
I would love if she just did Renaissance top to bottom.
that. But the thing is, like, only her, because also I do believe, and another lens you have to look at all this through is this is all Grammy FYC.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it
For your
is.
consideration.
Yeah. That's what Charlie XCX doing SNL last week was.
And the Times Square concert.
That's what all the like I believe that Ariana will release like some sort of remix album of Eternal Sunshine next month. Like that's really what the Sabrina Carpenter Christmas thing is. That's Chappell Roan rolling out a new song now on SNL. That's why she did SNL the other day. It's all Grammy stuff.
Yeah.
So Beyonce doing a Christmas halftime show is gonna be Cowboy Carter because right now she's campaigning it to finally win Album of the Year.
What do you think the odds are on that?
I think not good. I don't think she'll win. I actually don't think any of the girls will win. I think one of the two guys nominated will win because I don't
Jacob
think
Collier and
Andre 3000. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of them because I don't think anyone's gonna be able to pick.
Have you played the Flute album?
No. Do I need to? I mean,
No.
this is not how I like my Andre.
And God bless Andre forever.
Love.
3 stacks forever. But of all of the output of Andre 3000, I wouldn't give Album of the Year to that one. Also, he has it already because he and Big Boy won for The Love Below Stankonia.
Yeah, no, he's got one. He's got Grammys. I guess my preference would be for Brat to win Album of the Year. I think that if one of the girls wins, it will be Chappell Roan. And I think that there's an outside chance for Beyonce because she's so overdue and the album is great. My only thing is it didn't have the cultural footprint that those other albums did. And I think she could have helped herself by adding a visual element and like releasing, more targeted singles. Like I was really surprised that Two Most Wanted wasn't a bigger hit. But I do think by doing this halftime show, if it blows it out the way that it could, it could come at the perfect time because the Grammys aren't until February.
Yeah.
So if she knocks it out of the park and reminds people how good the album is and how brilliant she is, she could absolutely win.
Yeah. My beef with the Grammys and like with all award-giving bodies, they do this a lot with folks that deserve. They don't give it to them for the ones that deserve.
No.
Well, but then they waffle about giving it to them later on. Like
the overdue thing.
Denzel should have won for Malcolm X. He wins for Training Day. Yeah. I think it's the same thing happening with Beyonce because like the album with the longest tail and the biggest cultural relevance is Renaissance.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if they were actually concerned with giving Beyonce Album of the Year and the overdue thing meant anything to them, she would have won it for Lemonade.
Exactly.
Because they robbed her of it for the self-titled.
Yeah.
And then they robbed her of it again for Lemonade. And then they robbed her of it again for Renaissance. So I actually don't think they think of her as overdue because also remember, she is the winningest artist in Grammy's history.
And most nominated too.
And nominated.
I think the Academy can tell themselves, well, we've already given her so many nominations and awards, it's okay.
And there is an idea that, like, you know, she really fucking deserved it for those first 3. And now this year, Cowboy Carter, while it's great, it was not the album of the year. It, like, Brat was the album of the year. Chappell Roan as an artist is the story of the year in terms of artists. Like, Cowboy Carter's, like, footprint, like, didn't make a great case for it as of this point. Whereas I think, like, if she were to really fucking body this halftime show, it could bring it all the way back. Because when you listen to it, it's brilliant. I mean, like, it is one of the best albums of the year. Well, but she does have to campaign it, even though she's Beyonce.
I know, which I hate to even say, because, like, at this point, why should she have to?
Well, she should have 3. She should have 3.
I fully agree.
Like, the fact that Taylor has 4, and I love Taylor,
more than
Beyonce
Stevie Wonder
has none. Yeah. None.
Make that make sense.
Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's time for a break, but I want to, before the break, talk briefly about your Netflix show that's coming up soon.
There won't be any buffering.
There better not be, because I'll show up there myself. I know where their offices are.
Okay, so get this.
Yes.
Lisa Kudrow, Ray Romano, Teyana Paris.
Oh my God.
O.T. Fagbenle.
Oh my God.
Anna Marie Hoxford. Fucking Abby Jacobson, Poppy Lou, Luke Wilson, Linda Cardellini.
Yo.
Dennis Leary.
Whoa.
Me.
We love.
This is the Super Smash Brothers of television.
What's the show called?
It's called No Good Deed.
Yeah.
And it's by the creator of Dead to Me.
Yeah.
Liz Feldman. And so if you enjoyed Dead to Me, you're going to love this show. It's another, like, suburban LA, like, murder mystery comedy. It fires on all those cylinders. It's really intriguing. It's really funny. It's really gasp-inducing. There's some moments that really jump out and jar you in terms of, like, because it's a very sunny, fun show, but then there's little moments of, like, intense.
It's a housing premise, right?
So basically, it's Ray Romano and Lisa Kudrow play a couple who are
perfect couple casting.
Yeah, right? And, like
really
90s sitcom icons who had never worked together.
Which is wild. Because I can see it beautifully.
Yes, and it works. It really works. They play a great couple, and they're both excellent on the show. And they play a couple that's selling their home. And so all these other people in the show are couples who want the house for their own reasons and all sort of coming to bid on the house. And what they don't know is the reason why it's being sold is because something very dark happened there. So I play the real estate agent. So I get
You play a real estate agent.
Yeah, I got my Chriselle on.
How does someone prepare to be? Is it in California or is it set there?
Yes.
An LA realtor does this thing where they always smile a little too long. The smile goes 3 seconds too long, and you're like, something's dark back there.
Well, you know the thing about, like, realtors is they do have to be, like, really tough. Yeah. So they have to. It's like a code switching thing, which is I think maybe why I like the roles because it's like. You present in this way where it's like, hey, and then, like, I think they're smiling too long because they are, like,
they're gaming you out.
Always masking.
They're gaming you out and masking something.
They're always doing the math.
So
I liked playing this character because it was like, you know, a presentational. Here's me, like, you know, running the show, knowing exactly what's what, like telling you what the deal is, like, and I'm on your side, wink, wink.
Yeah.
And then working it out, like, and going to someone else and saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like sort of like. Calculated code switching in order to succeed in your career, and I liked playing it. It was really fun. I'm in 6 of the 8 episodes, so it's a nice, good size role.
Has this changed the way you look at the LA real estate market? It's still shitty.
Let me tell you something about acting. A lot of us don't know what the fuck we're saying. You think those Grey's Anatomy people?
They're not
what
doctors.
10 cc's of anything
They're not
is?
doctors.
No, babe. I was talking about the dappled light coming in through the southern exposure. I don't know what that means. The dappled light coming in from the southern exposure.
Yeah.
That's a line that is still in my mouth.
It is.
Because
but it sounded good.
I had to like remember what it was because I was like, I would never say these words. What is dappled lighting?
Dappled.
Like, is that like a gorgeous, like...
Speckled?
Yeah, sure. You should play the role.
Oh, God. I'd be the worst realtor. Because I'd be like, I should actually tell you, the bones are bad.
Yeah, the bones are bad.
It's not a good house.
You're going to incur a lot of charges.
Yeah. This roof? No.
Yeah.
No.
There's a raccoon problem.
There's a raccoon problem. Oh my God, speaking of raccoons, wonderful segue. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk Christmas, and it will involve the world's ugliest Christmas sweater, which has a raccoon on it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
We're back. And this is the first ever costume reveal on the Sam Sanders Show.
Really good.
In honor of our Christmas chat, I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater.
This is phenomenal.
I got this at a Goodwill on Venice in LA years ago.
Yes, you did.
It's a women's sweater that's been stylized. There's bells on the side and a raccoon in a stocking. His name is Sparky.
Why do we think the raccoon? Because the raccoon is the only thing about it that's not Christmas at all. Or is that kind of just
He's in a stocking, though.
Yeah, he's in a stocking.
But no, you're right.
But it could be a little Santa. It could be a little elf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it could be more Christmas. I don't have any complaints. I'm just saying I actually like that this is like a serrated Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're never going to forget the raccoon Christmas sweater that you
Never. I will say that when you wear it,
Yeah.
everyone just touches the raccoon.
Was that part of your plan all along?
I mean, perhaps. Do you have, how many ugly Christmas sweaters do you have? Because you're like the Prince of Christmas.
Can I tell you, the ugly Christmas sweater thing, and I don't say this lightly.
Say it.
I don't think so, honey. You are great. But for me, it's like, they kind of all look the same to me. You don't have to take it off.
No, it hurts.
You actually don't like wearing it. See, and this is a whole other element of the ugly Christmas sweater thing is they're lumpy and uncomfortable.
Feel it. It's horrible.
It's horrible. I like no, actually it's not terrible. Well, oh yeah, it's not good. You don't want to wear that all the time.
No.
I like glamorous Christmas.
Yeah?
I like sexy Christmas.
What is Matt Rogers' go-to Christmas outfit?
Well, I guess you'll have to come see the Prince of Christmas tour.
Great way to get into it. Great way to get into it. Let's go there. So, one of the big reasons you're here this episode is because I have talked with you before about your love of Christmas and how you've made it a musical part of your life and career. Mm-hmm. You're going on tour this winter to sing songs from your holiday album.
Yep.
How would you describe your Christmas album to listeners, viewers? Because it's unlike...
It is unlike other Christmas. It's not like other girls.
It's not like other girls.
I would say that my Christmas album sort of takes the piss out of Christmas in a way that is sort of cathartic, because I think that Christmas really is monoculture. You know what I mean? Like, we can all
one of the
agree
things
on
we have
Christmas.
left. Yeah,
it's one of those things that we can all look at and say, "Oh, I have a reference for this Christmas thing." So I just thought years ago I was watching Mariah Carey do an interview about, you know, her Christmas, I guess, supremacy. In a way. She's really the queen of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And the interviewer kind of said the quiet part out loud, and she was like, wow, you must be making a lot of money off this. And I was like, oh, that is so funny, just to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I'm making a Christmas album too, and I'm going to call myself the Prince of Christmas, like, as a joke.
Yeah.
And then years later, I've now been doing it for 7 years. There's a special, there's an album, there's a tour. So it kind of like happened. I kind of like played the joke on myself a little bit. And what I wanted as a bit in the very beginning when I started doing this in 2017 was I had my like original Christmas songs, and I was like, these are the new classics.
Yeah.
And so now people that have come to my show year after year like sing along with these songs.
Hell yeah.
That are like just my goofiness.
I want you
But they become their own like little seasonal.
Oh, totally. I was going to have you read the lyrics of one of the songs to give folks a feel of the energy. Which one do you want to read from?
Oh my God, do you have a favorite?
I like Hottest Who Up in Whoville.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hottest Who Up in Whoville tells the story of Martha May Whovier, who is the only single adult woman in all of Whoville. You may know her as portrayed by Christine Baranski in the film.
Yeah.
And the thing about Martha May is, she was like the Grinch's like girl on the side. Like, I don't know if they would even call themselves in a relationship. I think it's a lot more like on the down low than that. I think it's a situationship. I think he's lonely. I think he's up on Mount Crumpet, like sending you
the whole
off
shtick
texts.
is he's lonely. Yeah.
And so I really thought about what it must be like to be Martha May Whovier from from dusk to dawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And noon too.
Yes.
And the reality was, not all fun and games.
It's hard.
So this is a little bit of
Hottest
Female Up in Whoville.
Yeah.
Mad drippage down my neck. That's my who jewels.
Yeah.
These men are dialing up, acting straight fools. He wants this Martha May who. That's why he's not with you. I'm the only hot who up in Whoville. Men know if their wife won't, I will. He's trying to get this Martha May who. Whoville sex, that's what I do. Cavassier by the case, straight killer. Ice pussy, I'm the Whoville thriller. I heard there's a Grinch. I'ma definitely fuck this Grinch. Oh, uh-oh. Got this jacuzzi running. Hottest female up in the land. I can sing it because I'm stealing from myself.
Yeah, I love it.
Uh-oh. My wardrobe looks stunning. I'ma absolutely fuck the Grinch. So this is written in the style of a Mariah Carey 2000s banger.
Yes, it's very Jermaine Dupri energy.
Thank you for that.
I noticed it.
I love that. So basically, like, what they don't know is that Mariah Carey wrote the song "Where Are You Christmas" from the film How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh.
You know that song?
Yeah.
Where are you Christmas?
That's okay.
Mariah, don't sue me. But so she wrote that from the perspective of Cindy Lou Who.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, what would it be like if Mariah wrote a song from the perspective of Martha May Whovier? So as Mariah, I did that.
Does she know this?
No, I got too shy to tell her.
Oh my God! We will supercut this so that it can be online for her to see. So
I am online saying this so many times. And the fact that she full on came to my podcast, we did a full interview with her, and like she didn't bring it up, I wasn't going to bring it up. It means clearly the team is hiding it from her.
So then you were not able to talk with Mariah about Christmas.
I didn't want to because I just wanted to like revere her.
Yes,
you know.
But I want to give you the chance now. If you could have a Christmas conversation with Mariah about music, whatever, what's your biggest Christmas question as the Prince of Christmas for Mariah, the Queen of Christmas?
I guess what I would ask her, well, I sort of asked her like a roundabout thing. I was like, so when do you start decorating? Because like, you know, she starts on like October 31st at midnight. It's time, all that.
The ice breaks.
But I guess what I would legitimately ask her is like, at what point is she fucking over it?
I was thinking the same thing. Like, when do you say, I never want to sing this song again?
Like, I would imagine that every year it's like, okay, here we go. But I just mean like, if you start full-blown Christmas on November 1st at midnight, like, you probably can make it to like maybe second week of December.
Mm-hmm.
But when the world catches up, you kind of get like a Christmas second wind.
Get a second wind.
Like I remember like last year we released my single Also It's Christmas on October 6th.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, this is early as fuck. But people start to put their Christmas shit out in like September.
Yeah.
In fact, the record label said we only put out Christmas albums if we can release it like September 30th. October 6th was like, wow, kind of late for a single.
Yeah.
And then November is like, get it out in November. They want those Christmas albums out like late October.
I get it. Well, now there's like,
so that it can like pick up steam.
Yeah. Well, and like I will see, like my barometer is just like, at what point do the stores put out Christmas decorations? And now it's like September.
Very early. And so you as the artist, like you get sick of it, but then something happens like second week of December when the world starts to get excited about it.
Yes.
Like I tour in Chicago. Chicago does Christmas so well.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're just like, because it's freezing there.
What else are they going to do?
And they have to cheer themselves up.
Exactly.
So like it's all lit up. It's great. It's like New York does a great Christmas, obviously. San Francisco does a great Christmas. Everywhere where it gets a little nippy.
Yeah.
LA Christmas is fucked. And
LA people refuse to ever get excited about stuff at a live event.
Yeah.
You go to concerts, LA folks don't dance.
I'm like starting my tour there and like a little nervous about it.
I went to go, well, I mean, you saw it too. Charlie XCX was in LA.
Oh, yeah, I heard
and
she
was
pissed.
like, why aren't y'all dancing? And it's like, oh, because LA people don't dance.
Meanwhile, I went in Madison Square Garden and
lost your mind.
I thought the stadium was going to flip over. I was like, it's crazy. Like to feel the stadium shaking at the Sweat Tour.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that she was unhappy with LA, I was like, oh yeah.
But I was like, that tracks.
It's LA.
What we do. When Beyonce put out Renaissance, there were all these little like Beyonce pop-up little dance parties that I think were put on by the label. And like there's the one in New York where like the floor is shaking.
Yeah.
The LA one, everyone's just like, it's a Renaissance.
You think that LA people are so obsessed with being cool that they would know it's not cool
To not
to
dance.
act too cool.
There you go.
Like, it's not.
Yeah, we
It's
haven't gotten that
definitely
note.
not.
We haven't gotten that note. LA cool people are so wrapped up in the meta circular conversation of how cool is this
Yeah.
that they're just like pretty statues.
It's wild when it's like, because it's like you know that's true, but you get like, you hear it so many times, like, oh yeah, LA is superior and like think they're too cool. Haha, yeah, right. And then like you see it in action,
Like,
and you're
oh, yeah.
oh wow, like it's
wow.
really still true. Huh?
Yeah, still true. Still true.
Yeah.
As a Prince of Christmas,
Mm.
I've been wanting to ask you because you could have picked any holiday to make your holiday that you're the prince of. Like, why Christmas? Like,
Because
what?
there's the most money involved.
Yeah.
There's an industry there already.
Okay.
That's
Because
what
I was like, oh, because Matt
That's
could have
what
done
was
Halloween.
so funny about it to me.
Yeah, say more.
So basically, it's like, what was so funny to me about it, and the reason why I wanted to do a one-man show about it,
Mhm.
was because I was like, all these pop stars with Christmas albums, it's just like a phase of their career. Like, it's another way to monetize and get in there. And I just thought that was funny.
Because it's always like they have to finish an 8-album deal. Album 8 is the Christmas album.
Literally.
Like they're just getting to term.
Yeah, it's like not everyone like loves and has a passion for Christmas that they want to do a whole album about it,
Yeah.
but yet they all do. And so
Mhm.
I just thought that was funny. That idea, that like capitalistic idea.
Yeah.
Because there's two things that I think are the funniest thing in the world: people that take themselves too seriously, and capitalism. I just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that at any given moment we're always being branded and marketed to, and I never really realized that until I was in college and I was watching the show The X Factor. Remember The X Factor?
Yeah.
I was watching one of the auditions one time,
Mhm.
and I brought my friend Sudi in, my dear friend Sudi, who I've been friends with since college,
Yeah.
and I was like, you have to watch The X Factor. It's so good. I really want you to see this one girl singer.
Mhm.
So we're watching it. She's singing, and they're at Simon Cowell's house, and she's like in this like really short dress,
Mhm.
and she's singing this ballad like next to Simon Cowell's pool,
Uh-huh.
and he's there in a chair like this, like
Mhm.
in like a just like sitting here like this, and
Yeah.
in front of him are 2 Pepsi cans.
On purpose.
And Sudi goes, I'm sorry, but I can't even watch this. I was like,
'Cause I
why?
see
She's
that.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, yeah, she's so good. But do you notice that it cuts to her? It like slides, like the camera slides up her like legs, and like you slowly go to her whole body. Cuts to him with the Pepsi cans. Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi. She's like, this is so aggressively a Pepsi ad.
Yeah.
And I had never noticed
Really?
how aggressively we were being marketed to all the time.
All the time.
And so then I couldn't stop seeing it. When I got a little bit older and wanted to do a solo show, I was like, I watched that Mariah interview,
Yeah.
and they literally were like, wow, this is a whole industry. Like, you are Christmas now. Cha-ching. And I was like, oh,
That's what it is.
this is a way that I can like fuse everything that I think is funny into a project, because the religious aspect of Christmas like does take itself very seriously, and those are of course the origins, but I feel like we don't even remember that because the capitalism has taken over so much.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have like the whole host of Christmas characters that are like industries in their own right. It
Yeah.
is this
That are
juggernaut.
all this weird mashup of nonsense.
Yes.
Santa Claus, not in the Bible.
Right. No, certainly not. In
Like,
fact, it's weird.
It's weird.
In fact, the Santa thing is weird, y'all.
You heard it here first.
He breaks into your home, eats your food,
and leaves.
and leaves. And you never notice
Mhm.
he only ever takes one big bite of the cookie.
Weird.
Because what am I going to do? Finish it? Not with this man's germs. He's been in every house in the world.
He literally has.
So I'm not eating the rest of this cookie.
Yeah.
Also,
No, I want this.
it's just like you never run out of things to angles for Christmas. It's like you have the religious angle, you have the gift giving angle, you have like the character angle. You have so much, and now you have like the Mariah of it all.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it expands and it grows.
Yeah.
It's the only real thing in our culture that feels like something everyone can relate to and is continually expanding.
Yeah.
And I think all of that is funny, hence my participation.
Oh, totally. Well, and it's like it's the one holiday where people will be like, I am not a Christian,
But
hell yeah.
yeah.
Like it is a religious holiday that is incredibly unreligious.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
unserious.
It's all things. And
It's all things.
everyone has at least an opinion or a relationship to it because you are forced to by living in a world that knows even if people don't care about Christmas, it is a way that you can make money off of people.
And so now it's become a thing that you've toured on more than once. That is an annual thing. How surprised were you that it hit?
Not that surprised because the first time I ever did it, I had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
And when I feel like I'm having fun, other people tend to have fun. So it was just fun for me and the people in the room. And my take on that is always well, if it's fun for me and the people in this room, all we need is a bigger room.
Yes.
That's kind of how I feel. It's if you can fill one whole room of people doing what you do and everyone leaves happy, there is a possibility that you could fill a larger room. Okay. So it was just about at that point, how can I add to the project and continue to make it fun for me? And then hopefully it could be fun for other people. So I guess as my experience in the industry has grown and my platform has grown, I just try to find new ways to make it fun for me.
Totally.
Yeah.
We've talked all about how Christmas is just a tool of capitalism, and you can't take it too seriously. But I do want to know, Matt Rogers, Prince of Christmas, what piece of Christmas lore, cheer, whatever, actually gets you sappy every time?
Well, I do love Christmas.
You do.
You know what I mean? It's and that's part of it as well. It's I can sit here and be cynical about it and be a comedian about it and be the jester pointing to it and being ha ha, this thing. But I do love it because I think there is something really nice about giving to others. I think there is something really nice about, the active thoughtfulness. I think that's really lovely.
Yeah.
And I also like festivity. I like nice things. I like gathering. Like I said, I like community.
There we go.
I think that there's so much positive energy around
It's still
the
good.
holiday.
It can be very good. What Christmas thing always gets you? For me, always every year, it is the video. You got to watch the video of Mariah in the cathedral with the gospel choir singing "Oh Holy Night."
Yeah, brilliant.
That one for me. But what always gets you? Is it the smell of eggnog? Is it what is it?
I love a Christmas cocktail.
Yeah.
I actually make a holiday sangria that goes so hard.
Can you give me the recipe right here, right now?
I
want
can.
it. Okay.
It's two. So you're trying to serve 4 to 6 people. Let's say 6 to 8 people.
Okay.
It's 2 bottles of Cabernet.
Okay.
Brandy.
Good Cabernet or bad Cabernet?
Good Cabernet.
Okay. Because sometimes people will make it with the base.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Okay.
I feel if we're gonna do it, it's Christmas. Let's do it.
And
that's another thing about Christmas is it encourages going for it.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
Exactly. Which
Look
is
good.
I like
Be
the
good. Do
maximalism
good.
of Christmas. That's another element I really like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 bottles of big red wine, the brandy, little triple sec.
Okay, you're going there.
You gotta get some. You chop up oranges and apples.
How finely chopped are these fruits?
I like to chop because what I like to do is have that moment where the sangria gets really low, but then it's just a bunch of really
boozy
soaked fruit.
Yeah, a little brandy apple.
You put a spoon in there and you just add a little in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of butchering the recipe because I only make it once a year.
Yeah.
But there's a couple more things.
What spices are you doing?
Ooh. You know what I do? I do a cinnamon stick.
Of course. Yeah.
And I do I cut this, by the way, with a little bit of ginger ale.
Okay.
You have to.
Because it's strong.
Yeah.
But it should be strong.
You know what happens is I end up making it strong, and then I go to the party that I'm going to, and everyone's like, wow, that's so strong, I can't drink all of it. And I'm like, well, now who's going to drink the rest of it? Me.
Tell folks who come to your tour what they can expect. The holiday tour.
Horny. Festive.
Yeah.
Vocals.
Yeah. A little choreo.
Lyrics. A band that will give you everything. Really talented band.
Yeah.
And energy. And you're going to leave feeling like, wow, I never thought about Mrs. Claus that way. You know what I mean? We're taking the stories of Christmas and we're flipping them on their heads. We're really exploring who these people are.
Yeah.
We're asking real questions about the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's a fun exploration of the holiday.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. The album is so good.
Can I tell you one thing?
Oh
This is my bone that I had to pick with
Yeah, pick it. Wishbone it.
you. Had Joel Kim Booster
I
on
did.
here a couple months ago. And then you guys were talking about doing a gay view.
Oh, yeah.
And he said my name, and this was your reaction. Okay.
Oh, my God. Girl.
So explain that. Why wouldn't I be good on the gay view?
I think you'd be great.
No, that wasn't what your reaction said on camera. And if you're going to be doing a visual podcast, understand that people like me are going to be watching and picking up on your microaggressions towards me about me being on the gay view. And all the producers are laughing and chuckling because they know I gotcha. Why wouldn't I? Why am I not on your view?
What were my responses for the other ones?
Yes. Yeah, that would be good. Oh. And for me, it was, okay.
Okay. So
Why don't you think I'd be good on The View?
I wouldn't have you on this show with me if you wouldn't be a good host of The View.
Well, here I am
I think you'd
asking
be great.
you about your reaction. Don't redirect.
I think you'd be great. One, I think this is a thing we talked earlier about the yes anding and the that people do in interviews. I, as a note to myself years ago, found that I was doing the too much. So I try to switch the responses. So it's okay. It's like I have like a Rolodex of auditory gestures.
Yeah.
So it was not delivered to be like that girl.
But you think I would be good on the gay view?
I think you'd be great on the gay view. I think more than a lot of other celebrities that I interview, you aren't afraid to like speak truth to power.
Whoop!
You can't have a gay view, a straight view, a queer view
without
someone
truth.
who's like, I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
And like, I want right now, Whoopi functions as that. Right now, if we were doing a gay view, your voice would be the most important because it's like we would dance around. Let me tell you what I'm saying.
People are going to kill you.
We would dance around how everyone's really feeling, and you'd be like, actually, no. Actually say
It's scary, though.
Actually.
It gets scary to, like, really be honest about what you feel.
But you do it really well, and, like, you are still able to, like, maintain relationships with other industry players.
Well, I hope.
To close, Matt, I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
In the Christmas spirit.
Let's do it.
It's simply called Naughty or Nice.
Oh, love it.
I say a thing that's Christmassy. You tell me if it's naughty or if it's nice.
Period.
Ugly Christmas sweaters.
Naughty.
Okay. Elf on the Shelf.
Naughty.
It's surveillance state.
I
don't like it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Fake Christmas trees.
Nice. I get it. Like sometimes it's like it's a lot to buy one every year. Like it's you're saving money.
I love the process. My favorite part is going to get it.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's just like I understand not everyone's made a time.
Gift cards as presents.
Honestly, naughty because they just don't get used.
And then they deplete.
Yes, they just don't get used.
Although I will always accept gift cards to the Cheesecake Factory.
Sure. Yeah. No, that I would use.
Those.
It's just like I just feel like if you give me a gift certificate to like a spa or something or like whatever, I tend to not use it.
Yeah.
Because they're easy to lose.
Yeah. The Christmas episode of The Bear where Jamie Lee Curtis drives a car into a house.
Nice. Love Jamie Lee going off.
I could only watch it once.
Yeah.
It's too
stressful
much.
Show.
Very stressful.
That
but
comedy.
They did that. Kitschmas. What is Kitschmas?
Like kitschy Christmas?
Sure.
Naughty. I like sexy Christmas.
Vamp it up.
I like horny Christmas.
Horny Christmas. Speaking of horny Christmas, Matt Rogers, your holiday album's out now. Your holiday tour is going on.
Yeah.
Get your tickets. We'll have links in the show notes.
Yeah.
Please come back anytime, Prince of Christmas.
Invite me back anytime and I'll be here.
Oh, I'm going to hold you to it.
Period.
Santa Monica. It's a long drive.
I know, but it's worth it. And also, it is like whenever I always like a long drive because you get your podcast in.
Okay.
Like I really needed to listen to that daily episode today for my spirit.
Matt Rogers, it is always a pleasure and a treat. Thank you for what you do and being you.
Likewise. Thank you for you.
Oh my God.